What's up guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the 3DS versus the 3DS XL. So first off, let's get into some specs. So the XL weighs 8.3 ounces or 235 grams, and the normal 3DS weighs 8 ounces or 230 grams. So now let's go over the measurements. The XL's width is 6.48 inches, the length is 3.66 inches, and the thickness is 0.87 inches. And the 3DS's measurements are, the width is 5.3 inches, the length is 2.9 inches, and the thickness is 0.83 inches. Now both devices are expandable storage through an SD card, and the XL comes with a 4GB SD card, and the 3DS comes with a 2GB SD card. And as far as battery life, both devices have an amazing battery life, especially when closed. But obviously the XL has a better lifetime with a 1750 mAh battery over the normal 3DS's 1300 mAh battery. So now let's take a look around both of the DS's. So on the closed front, on both of them you'll see the 2.3 megapixel cameras used for shooting 3D video and pictures, and obviously they're not that great, but you don't really buy these for the camera, they're just there for fun things like AR cards and other games. And also in the top right you will see your notification LED. So now if we look at the bottom, you'll see some branding and a bunch of writing. So now if we take a look at the left side of the device, you'll find on the XL your volume slider, and on the corner you'll find your connector for a loop, and on the normal 3DS you'll also find your volume slider and your SD card slot. So now if we take a look over on the right side, on the 3DS you'll find your wireless on and off switch, and you'll see the side of your 3D slider. And on the XL you'll see another loop connector, you'll see your SD card slot and your stylus, which have been moved over, which we'll go over in a second, and you can see your wireless on and off and your 3D slider as well. Then on the front side of both of them you'll find your two LEDs for charging and power, and on the 3DS you'll find your 3.5mm headphone jack in the middle, and on the XL it will be located on the left side. And now on the back side of the 3DS you'll see both your L&R buttons, your charging port, your game slot, your stylus, and your IR blaster. And on the XL you'll find both your L&R buttons again, your charging port, your game slot, and your IR blaster. So now we're going to compare the styluses from each version of the DS. So if you look at the 3DS stylus, it's actually pretty cool. It extends out, and it's made of metal and is surprisingly durable, and when fully extended it is longer than the XL's. And as for the XL stylus, it is just your standard Nintendo stylus. And now if we take a look inside the shell of the device, you'll see your 3-inch touchscreen, your D-pad, your circle pad, your select home start button, your A, B, Y, and X, and your power button. And right under that start button is your microphone pinhole. And on the XL, the layout is pretty much the same, with the exception of the select home and start buttons being redesigned, which I personally like better. And also as well, the touchscreen has been bumped up to a 4.15 inch. And by the way, the resolution on both of these bottom screens are 240 by 240 pixels. Now if we take a look at the top panel of the 3DS, you'll see your 3.53 inch screen, which is 800 by 320 pixels. And on the right side you'll see your 3D slider, and just under that you'll see your notification light, and up on the top you'll find your 0.3 megapixel camera, which is the same ones on the other side, except these ones can only shoot in 2D. Now if we take a look at the top of the XL, you'll see that the screen size has bumped up to 4.88 inches and retains the same resolution as the 3DS. You'll see that the speakers have been redesigned, the camera is the same as the 3DS, and the 3D slider is the same, except for now when you click it on and off, there's a little click and it's harder to do. And now if we just take a look and compare the devices, you'll see that the 3DS is much larger, the XL implying that, and the only thing they're really the same is how thick they are. So overall, both are great. They both handle games well, the 3D is awesome, they're both durable, have great battery life, and really, the size is up to you. If you have smaller hands, you might want to go with the 3DS, but it's much nicer to play on the XL with its larger screens. I think it feels better in the hands, but that's just an opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the description below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see all new content just like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.